Hey guys, it's Jenny again. So you may be asking yourself right now two questions. One, Jenny, why is your hair so poofy? And two, Jenny, haven't you already made this video? And here are my answers. You see, I did already make this tutorial, and I think a lot of people benefited from it because they left me comments and said that they enjoyed it. And the problem is, if you can remember that video, I put the song Sew Up by Gwen Stefani on in the background, and YouTube or her or somebody didn't like it because they deleted the video. And so this time I'm just going to remake it without music. And in the last video, I got asked maybe 600 times what kind of hair straightener this is. I'm going to do the tutorial first and then answer all those questions because I know a lot of you don't care. And the people who do care can watch the whole video and then fast forward to the end. Alright? So straightening your hair is really easy. There's nothing hard about it. The only thing I'm trying to teach you is the technique so you don't miss any hair and you get it all straightened and it looks nice. What I do is I'm going to start with the left side of my head. I guess looking at it might be the right. I don't really know. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with the top section in the front. Get as close to my roots as I can and just straighten it down. The technique that I use is I start in the front, top and then down, top and down until I get to the back. And the hair that I haven't straightened yet, I keep behind my shoulders. The hair that I have straightened, I put in front of my shoulders. And then I grab the next piece, which is this piece right here, and do the same thing. Now that I have straightened it, stays in the front of my shoulders. And I mean, you just kind of keep grabbing chunks, but because you're keeping the hair you haven't straightened in the back and the ones that you have in the front, you're going to guarantee that you're not going to miss any of your hair. And you don't want to use too huge sections of hair. Like, this is a pretty good amount if you have a straightener that's like bigger like this. I do have this skinny straightener, but I don't generally use this to straighten my hair just due to the fact that it's smaller and I have to use smaller sections of hair. I generally just use this when I want to curl my hair, do maybe a couple touch-ups, and possibly if I want to just do my bangs. But alright, I'm going to keep straightening my hair off camera until I get to the back of the head, and then I'll show you what you do. It's really not that big of a deal. But alright, so give me 1 second. So as you can see, there's already a lot of an improvement just in like the size of my hair and everything. So I've straightened just this half of my head. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this side of my head. There's nothing really to switching the sides of your head. Just depending on how I don't know, some people have special ways of doing their bangs. I don't really like my bangs at the moment. I think they're kind of stupid and a weird length. So I just kind of just straighten them, and then I usually end up pinning them back just because I hate them anyway. But what I like to do is, just to make them a little more distinct than the other parts of my hair, I kind of comb it forward and straighten it up and forward. Oh, that's my phone. And then I turn it towards my head. Okay. And it just kind of gives it a little bit of a loop. Okay, I gotta go into my phone. Give me 1 second. I'm back. That wasn't important at all. And then you do the same thing as you did on the other side of your head, where you just go in layers. Front and top layer first, then you just straighten it down. Alright, so you can watch me straighten, so I guess if you need help getting the idea of it or whatever, I will talk to you about heating products. A lot of people swear by using a heating product in their hair before they straighten it. The only reason you would need to use a heat protectant serum in your hair before straightening it is if you ever see those people who walk around and their hair looks really fried, and they're usually platinum blonde bleached haired girls, but it's because on top of like straightening their hair every day, they probably put a lot of hairspray in their hair and blow dry their hair, and they never give their hair a break. If you want to keep your hair looking healthy, and if you want to do it every day, I'm going to suggest using a heat product. But on top of using a heat product, I don't use them, because this is what I do instead. I give my hair a break at least every other day. So if I straightened it today, which I'm doing, tomorrow I won't touch it, take a shower, and then usually I'll put it up or maybe put it in braids or like put some mousse in it, but I'm not going to use another heat protectant on it. And on top of that, I don't blow dry my hair. This is probably just a more personal thing just for me, because if I blow dry my hair, it's just going to turn into that big puffball you saw at the beginning of this video, and then, I mean, I'm going to have to straighten it after that because there's no point. But if you feel like, hey, I have to blow dry my hair and then I have to straighten it afterwards, please buy a heat product, because you don't want to be one of those girls who walks around with disgusting fried hair, because it may be straight but it's gross and you look fake, and just don't do it. Alright, so just got about 2 more pieces here. Okay, that's the whole tutorial for straightening your hair. This is where I normally, even if I don't need it, I just kind of straighten the huge chunks. And if you're like me, you may have a calyx somewhere in your hair. Mine happens to be right here, and it likes to push my hair up. So I usually will go grab that section of hair again and just straighten it down, because it looks stupid. I don't like it. But whatever. Okay? So there you go. That's the easy, simple techniques for straightening your hair, and I hope you found it useful. So stay tuned for, if you want to know all about this bad boy, where you can get it, how much it costs, what it's called, all that good stuff. So pay attention to that part of the video if you care. Alright, bye. Alright, so about this straightener, first of all, it is a Remington straightener. The inside panels are black. I don't know if it's technically black ceramic, but I would guess it is. It says in here, Remington model S-1006, 120 volts to 140 watts. This was given to me as a present by my sister about 3 years ago now, so they may not even make this anymore. If you can find it, get it. It's the best straightener for like the best price ever, because I don't know if my sister pays more for my presents now, but generally presents between us are usually like $20 to $30. So that would be the price range of this straightener, because that's all she got me. If you can't find exactly this one, try to find a Remington one, and then after that, if you want a cheap one, look for one that, okay, it has the on and off switch. Then it's going to light up, and then, I don't know if you can see this really good, but it has like all these different choices. This is, over here, it says thick for like thick hair. You really can't see this very well. But I mean, you can see these little buttons going up and down. So if you have thin hair and you don't want to do too much, then you can go there. And then it goes up. And this little blinking light, as soon as it's heated up all the way, it stops blinking and just stays green. So if you can't find this one, go try to find one that has black ceramic. If you want to straighten your whole head that's thicker like this, because it's always good to have more than just that little thin one. I know those little thin ones are popular right now, but they're not always practical. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. If you have any other questions that were not answered in this little segment, please put them in a comment, but not until you have checked the sidebar to see if anybody else has already asked the question, because I don't mind answering your guys' questions, but if it's already been asked to me 5 times, I'm going to put it on the sidebar instead of answering each of you individually. So if you don't get a response and you haven't checked the sidebar, or well, if you don't get a response, it's probably because it's in the sidebar, and I'm not going to personally respond to you. So don't take it offensively. I just don't have enough time to answer everybody's individual question about like 20 times. But yeah, so I really hope you liked this and it helped you. And I'm going to go now. About to go get some dinner. Alright, goodbye.